This week on Dirt Every Day, Dave and I build a government surplus Humvee and try to keep up with a UTV. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Good job. About 2 years ago, Dave and I built a Humvee. We put it on 40-inch tires, we built a roll cage for it, and it was actually not that bad.
It was good. It got up the trail, but it could have done it way more gracefully.
So we got another one.
Yay!
Here's the thing. When you think about something for so long that it drives you crazy, you realize you just have to do that project. And this one is going to be a two-door Humvee. Yeah. It looks like it's two-door now, but we're going to shorten it up so it's like Jeep length.
It's going to be so good. We're going to get the wheelbase shortened up, the body shortened up, and we're going to try and boat side this thing. We're going to do big tires again, and we're going to take it to Johnson Valley and see if we can keep up with the UTV.
These rigs are not street legal. You can buy them from GovPlanet, but they're mostly just designed for off-road use. Our buddy races a UTV, which is also not really street legal. So we're figuring our non-street legal rig competing against his non-street legal rig to see if we can just follow him up one of the hard trails out in JV.
I think we got it. We'll have bigger tires.
Let's do this. The steering pump on this thing is very unhappy.
You know what would have been cool is if we could have kept the last one and started from that point.
True. Here's the plan. We're going to start at this point here, and we're going to move it all the way up to there.
That's like 32 inches.
And the wheelbase on this is 130 inches. So if we took 32 inches out, that'd be 98 inches, which would be like a normal CJ Jeep. Or a YJ or something like that.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. But
there's problems.
Check it out.
This vehicle has a 6.2 diesel, a turbo 400, a 242 HD transfer case. We can't shorten any of that.
Yeah.
And the back of the transfer case is about right here.
Yeah, because they have this crazy front suspension with the portal and all that stuff, the whole drivetrain's pushed back, which means it has a giant long front drive shaft and a little stubby rear one.
And the rear drive shaft is roughly 25.5 inches long. We're gonna have to figure out a custom drive shaft that is practically a yoke right next to another yoke. The fuel tank has to move, the exhaust has to move, but then we'll be able to cut all of this and slide it forward. It's not gonna be as super stubby as we hoped, so we'll have to make up for that with bigger tires.
Both sides.
And both sides. It'll still dominate.
It'll be better than we expected.
Always.
Yeah, my end's late.
I wonder why.
Count of two.
Two.
Yes, it's just like the Rover truck all over again.
Because it's independent suspension, the differential is attached solid to the frame. And here's the front pinion, and here is the back of the transfer case. So we need to bring these two as close together as we can while still being able to have a drive shaft in there. But because it's not a solid axle and it's not moving, the drive shaft doesn't move all over the place very much, so it can be really short. It just has to have enough movement in it in case there's flex. We'll probably cut a straight line about here, and then back here we'll cut kind of an L shape. So as it slides forward, it'll weld onto the top and down the back, and then we may have to bevel a piece in the very bottom. That way it gives it a nice, like a lot of weld, and then we can still plate it in.
There it goes. I needed to get in here anyways.
Day one baby Humvee build.
Yep.
We took a Humvee apart, chopped it up, made it littler, went from 130 inches to 109. So that's right where we want to be.
Perfect. Sweet. Like another day or two and we're gonna have the raddest Humvee out there.
I like how stubby it is.
It's gonna be a good one.
Let's cut more off and weld more on.
I'm making some plates where we grafted the rear frame section into the front frame section, but I'm trying to do it quick and easy because we don't have a ton of time. So it might not look the prettiest, but it'll get the job done.
The Humvee comes with a 37-inch tire on a 16.5-inch wheel. It's a two-piece wheel, it's got a bead lock, and it's a run flat. This means it's really heavy because it's a steel wheel. So we're gonna replace it with some 17-inch trail-ready bead locks that are wrapped in 40-inch Maxxis Trepadors. This is actually a lighter wheel package, the same 8 on 6.5 bolt pattern. The back spacing isn't as severe as on the Humvee wheel, so it'll help push the tire and wheel package out a little bit, helping push the body away from rocks when we're four-wheeling.
We shortened the frame 21 inches, but we're actually gonna shorten the body like 30 inches. So it'll be kind of cool. The body will actually be shoved forward and shortened, sort of making it like a bobbed truck bed. So I'm gonna cut all that junk out of the way, and fit it up and see how it works out. Looks cool.
Yeah. We did this cut on the front hood on the last Humvee, where I basically delete this whole area of the hood. This is just fiberglass, so we'll just cut it off with a Sawzall. And then it kind of gets the tire more exposed. I'm also going to drop off this winch mount and stuff a winch in there so that when we're out rock crawling, we have a way to get unstuck if we get there. Tires are back on the Humvee.
Yep, the bed's all trimmed and bolted on, and I think we're ready to boat side it.
Let's roll it back off the lift so we have better access to it.
Cool. So on the first Humvee that we built, we were getting hung up right here on the rockers over and over again. So what we're gonna do on this one is boat side it. Basically, you're just V-ing the body so it's more like the hull of a boat. We did it on the Rock Viper. It worked out well on that. So this one, I am going to take these like door hinge locations and make some brackets there. We're gonna do a tube that runs about this high. So anything from here down is getting cut off and out of the way. So it should give us quite a bit more ground clearance out here. Maybe it'll help us out, maybe it won't.
So this is the rear drive shaft out of the Humvee. Before, it was about 28.25 inches long from the slip yoke to the U-joint cap. Now we have about 7.25 inches to work with. So I'm gonna cut the tube, I'm gonna cut out this yoke, I'm gonna clean it up and shorten up the whole drive shaft because now the rear axle is so close to the transmission. Because the rear axle doesn't move, we really just need a little bit of slip yoke for when the engine and everything torques, but this can all be shortened up to a little stubby drive shaft and we'll put it back in and we'll be able to drive this thing. We'll bolt the U-joint to the yoke, and then when Dave's done with the both sides, we'll put it back on the lift and we'll raise it up, and we'll slowly turn the wheel by hand and make sure it's all spinning true, and then we'll weld it right in the truck.
We're gonna go test drive this thing and see if, see if the brakes are working and see if the rear drive shaft's gonna blow up. See if the tires rub the boat sides, which I'm pretty sure they do. But we gotta flip it around so when we come back in, I can work on the boat side on the driver's side. It didn't break in half right there. Or there. It's definitely louder.
It's very loud.
This thing's so cool. It's amazing how big it is and how little space for people there are.
There's a big tire right there on my side.
It still seems slow like the last one. Your front yard donuts are really dusty.
Yeah.
All right, I think we did it. We built a boat-sided shortened Humvee like we've wanted to, and it's bad to the bone.
It's really cool.
Like, there's a couple little things we got to button up, or we could button up, but it's ready to go, I think.
I hope it works as good as it looks.
If it doesn't, then we'll bring it back in and we'll make it work better.
All right.
Let's get out of here.
Welded the two front ends together.
Yeah.
We made the wheelbase longer.
Yeah.
And it just squished all the suspension flat.
Yeah.
This one we made the vehicle shorter and the suspension doesn't work.
The suspension got worse.
I don't know if shortening the wheelbase or losing a little bit of weight was worse, but I think it was wheelbase because it's bad.
It's so much lighter, I guess. We're back in Johnson Valley.
Dude, this Humvee is so rad.
It looks so cool.
Now I need one for myself.
I know, we could make them even shorter and more power and bigger tires.
So what's the plan? Gonna go rock crawling? We gonna go bombing across the whoops again and try and kill ourselves?
We're not bombing across the whoops. The thing is gonna be so, like the suspension is gonna be so much stiffer because it's so much lighter now.
Yeah.
I think we go head out to the rocks and we'll track down our buddy Mitch. He'll be out here with his UTV and we'll see how his UTV does compared to our Humvee.
Perfect.
Let's go. Oh.
Give it the beat, see what it'll do. I like the military surplus stuff. Seems like it's maintained pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm sure like there was probably some knuckleheads doing dumb stuff in it before, but there's kind of still knuckleheads doing dumb stuff in it. Definitely better at 40 miles an hour than at 4. said you were meeting Mitch at Clawhammer, right?
Yep. I think he's got a brand new razor.
I got my winching boots and my winching gloves on.
We're not gonna need those. We're gonna drive right up this thing.
So Clawhammer is like one of the original hammer trails. There's claw, jack, sledge. I think these were kind of like the start of all this hardcore rock crawling, or at least out here.
There he is.
Nice.
What's up, Mitch?
What's up?
How do you like our UTV?
Well, it's different.
I've heard about you. I've never met you. I'm Dave.
I'm Mitch.
Nice to meet you.
Mitch Guthrie, how you been?
How you doing, man?
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
So Mitch Guthrie is a rock crawler. He started racing these UTVs in King of the Hammers, and you've won that
6 times.
6 times.
6 times, podium twice.
That's crazy. I raced it 3 times and I've never finished.
Well, it's hard. It's tough to finish.
So the whole goal for this build was to build something to try and keep up with Mitch. Mitch knows these trails like the back of his hand. He knows how to drive a UTV up and down them. And even though you're on smaller tires than us, he'll probably walk right up this thing. And then we're gonna try and take our fully independent, also bright colored
Yep.
UTV.
Has off-road tires.
Kind of just like you.
Big tires.
So what is this? This is the new Razor?
The new Pro XP, yeah. Brand new, 2-seater.
And this one's right off the shelf other than tires?
Tires, wheels, and maybe a little suspension work.
Oh yeah? Yeah, tweaking?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't do any of that.
So the plan is simple. We're at Clawhammer. This is one of the original Hammers trails. Mitch is gonna drive up first.
Sure.
And we're gonna kind of hike along and spot and watch you and heckle you and see how fast you can do it. And then we'll come back down and get ours and try to do it at the same amount of time or quicker.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna start this time trial. Mitch is back there. As soon as we drop our hat, he's gonna take off. We're gonna start the stopwatch. When he gets to the top of the trail, he's gonna call us on the radio and tell us he's finished. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Here he comes. Playing it conservative, I see.
It's not that fast.
If you want to finish first, you must first finish. That's a saying.
Good answer.
All right, here he goes. He's booking.
That thing's really smooth.
Yeah, it is.
We'll go this way. We'll make it a little harder on them. Or myself.
So this trail is part of the race course, and there's usually like the fun old rock crawling line, and now there's like a fast line. It looks like Mitch was taking the fast line.
He's moving.
Yeah, he drops into this canyon that gets pretty gnarly, and then there's a hard right. Like, he's making really good time. He's not even really beating on the car that much.
All right, here we go. Getting up to the hard part. This can be real easy or this can be real hard. All right, one down. Boom, there we go. They're gonna have fun in that.
Forfeit.
This is gonna be fun. You ready?
Yeah, this is gonna be great.
This new Pro XP is unbelievable.
I can hear the thing revving up. It sounds like he's, there he goes. He's on the last hill climb part. So he's gotta get up that, and there's a little waterfall at the top, and then I should be getting a radio call saying,
well, there we go. We're at the top.
all right, so Mitch blasted up the trail in like 9.5 minutes. We lost contact with him at the top, and he didn't radio in, so we just kept the timer running. He's gone up the trail, around the backside, through the desert, and I believe he's coming back up the canyon now.
And?
20 minutes and 58 seconds to do the whole thing.
You were supposed to yell at us when you crested the top so we could get a number on it.
But we think you did it in 9.5 minutes.
I think it was about 9 minutes, 30 seconds.
Sounds about right, yeah.
You totally won, I think. We haven't even started yet.
No, he hasn't, Dave.
Yeah.
Don't give him the win yet. You did.
I haven't won yet.
You did a good job.
Thank you.
Give you that much.
I live on the edge.
You probably, what, stopped for a cappuccino down there on the lake bed? Are you ready, Dave?
Yeah, I'm ready.
This thing's gonna walk right up this trail.
You ready?
Ready.
On your mark.
Mark.
Get set. Go.
There's a rock right there.
You remember where all your tires are?
I'm learning where they are. This thing's wider than Clampy.
The pocket there. Put my passenger gloves on. Good work. Steering's making a little noise.
Yeah.
So Mitch said he took the easy line, the race course. I guess we're doing the same. It's definitely running better.
Yeah.
Woohoo! That's got some ground clearance. Nice. You got a foot over here if you need it. Nice driving. This thing's awesome. It is. No. Back it up, go driver. Right there. You're gonna have to drive over this hole.
All right, I think I got a tire off the bead over here.
Oh man. Oil pan and tranny pan haven't been hit yet. You just barely whacked the transfer case once.
Tire's back on the bead.
We're banging around on stuff, but it's taking a beating.
I don't think it was a bad idea to stop and let the transmission cool down either.
All right, we're still in it for a podium finish.
I'm gonna try and go around it, come in.
All right. So the trail right here has just huge boulders on the passenger side, or the right side of the trail. Some of them are as big as a washing machine. We were getting bellied out on it, so we came over this left line, which is extremely narrow. It's a pinch rock. It's about 6 feet apart. I'm gonna try and wedge this giant truck through it. Yeah.
Everything's getting ticked off.
Yeah. I don't think you can back up now. You're smashed into that rock there.
Found it.
Come on, winch. Working fantastic.
I'm kind of amazed.
We were amazed the first time we did it.
The ground clearance is awesome with the portals.
Oh my God. Here it is, waterfall. 22 minutes, 48 seconds. See what we can do. There it is.
would high five you, but you're way over there. Woo! There it is. Nice. All right, this is the final hill climb. Yep, go up the hard one. There it is. Nice. Yeah. Killing it. Yeah. Oh God. Hang on. I gotta get to my timer.
Look, Mitch is already up here.
Nice. 34:45. Woo!
Hey,
That was awesome.
you actually did it. Good job.
What's our final time?
34 minutes, 34 seconds.
So we got a solid second.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Podium finish,
Yes.
just like you.
Where's the
Yeah,
champagne?
just like me.
I cannot believe the abuse this truck took.
Dude.
We were hammering on it.
You can see the side all beat up.
All
Yeah.
that stuff, that boat sighting stuff we did, totally paid off.
What do we call it? Claw Hummer now?
Yeah. We knocked that tire off the bead multiple times.
Smash the corner in.
Use the winch?
We did
yeah.
winch,
Yeah?
but it was awesome.
It was so
Nice.
good.
Nice.
I'm not sure that it's the same caliber as this machine, but if you're looking for something fun, like the dollars to smiles on this thing is awesome. We had such
so
a good
good.
time.
It's amazing.
And we have ideas to make it even better.
There you go.
We'll come back for a rematch in like a year or so. All right, that's it for Dirt Every Day. We'll see you guys next time.
Woo. How fast are we going? 30. Not bad. 40. It's really scary.
45.
45.
It really likes
If
45.
it'll get to 60.
How fast did we go?
Well, with our calculations of tire size, we went 48,
In how long?
22 seconds. I had a Hyundai Excel that it was 0 to 60 in 28 seconds. We can't outrun a Hyundai Excel.
That was such a fun episode. I love that Humvee, and I love going rock crawling out in the desert.
Dude, the Humvee was nuts. Like, I'm so glad we got a chance to build that crazy contraption finally. Wait till you guys see what we have up our sleeves next.
Yes, and don't forget to head over to motortrend.com/spring for that $1 deal that David mentioned. Stay safe, everyone.